Okay, please state your name and employment title.
My name is Toni Walton, and I'm a middle school teacher at Ashley ISD.
Okay. What are your reactions when encountering a new technical device such as an app, online strategy, or new computing technology tool?
So, when I learn about new programs that are out there, it first makes me nervous because that's not really my area of expertise. But it also makes me excited because there could be something that will inspire our kids in a different way or that they can learn in a different manner besides what I'm just teaching.
Okay. Please describe your access to high speed internet and current mobile, online, and other learning technologies.
So our school has a computer lab. We actually have three computer labs. Our middle school and high schools combined, and so we have one here, and then we have an old middle school building that there's a computer lab in there. So we have that, but we don't. I would not consider it high speed internet. The internet kind of goes in and out some days. So some days we'll have internet, and some days we won't. Most days we do. Um, but access is not always great. It can be slow, it can be offline, it can kick kids off and then have to get back on. So that's kind of our access to internet.
Okay. What online, mobile, or other instructional technologies such as social media, mobile technologies, video conferencing, online learning are you currently utilizing for your professional life and personal life?
So I teach science, math, and language arts. And in science, I do a lot of hands-on labs and using like the NOVA website from PBS or utilizing TED Talks in my math and language classes to help a professional teach them. That's usually how I utilize the internet the most. There's also we like to use Google for Google Docs so they can start to save stuff, and we're really kind of introducing that to our 7th grade and 8th grade because now our state tests are typing online, and so our language class needs to learn how to type. So we're using Google so they can start type stuff and then access it wherever they are.
Okay. How, if at all, does your use of these tools help your work-life balance? Meaning, how do they make you more efficient or more effective?
Well, they can make me more effective because I'm not an expert in my field. In any of my three subjects, I'm not the best. Um, so having access and just like that to find someone that is has been amazing. So I can call a friend that does research in the Plano area, and he can help guide me to someone that can answer questions about genetic modifications if that's what we're studying. Or our Oklahoma department does online math resources, so we can pull those up and interact on the smartboard with students in the class. And then language, I do a lot of like videos and photography to help guide their feelings and write about different topics that might spark some emotion.
Okay. What new online, mobile, or other instructional technologies would you like to utilize to empower your teaching and learning?
Well, I would like our students to have um, internet in the classroom. I mean, laptops and such in the classroom. I would like for them to be able to have everything at their fingertips. I mean, to a certain degree. I mean, most of the kids that come in our schools have cell phones already, but but a lot of them don't have internet access, or they don't have a cell phone, they don't have anything at home. So this is the only place where they get that. I would like to see a fair balance of the students that don't have it at home have it more readily here so that they can kind of co-live or co-work in a classroom with someone that maybe has a cell phone to do immediate research. That way they can save it on their phones and have that access right there.
Mm-hmm. How will you or do you currently address any anticipated challenges such as lack of access and implementing your chosen activity or technology?
So not having that access is a challenge because like when I have my 7th graders starting out in language, I have to show them how to use Microsoft Word. And it's hard for me to have it on the smart board and teach a whole class because they can't interact with it. So when we go to a computer lab, it's like I have 31 students in my class, so you're having to teach individually and to a class, and it, for the most part, it doesn't really work very well. So they have to partner up and get help from kids around them, and then it gets kind of chaotic if I let it get that way. So, what was the question?
Uh, how do you address the anticipated
Oh.
challenges?
So, and even like when we have days where the computer lab is out and we're trying to do like a science research assignment, if the internet's down that day, we just have to change it up and kind of switch up our days a little bit if we can. Or I can do the best that I can knowing what I remember about watching it or about what I remember about it or talk about personal experiences. So it's a hit and miss some days when that stuff is not readily available, but also it kind of empowers me and it empowers the students to use their intuition about what they would think. And I think there's a large disconnect the more multimedia and more internet access that we have, that the lack of intuition and the lack of ability to think and be creative is taken.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes that's really not a bad thing when they can have to rely on their own thoughts and feelings to get through a project.
Mm-hmm. Okay, is there anything else you would like to share with me about this topic?
No.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah.